Hey guys, good morning. How is everybody? Um, I'm gonna do my best. I'd like to make it through a full round of zodiac readings in like the next week or so, in the way that I used to do them, with just the overall energy, and then like an opportunity and a challenge. Advice if the reading feels, or if the reading needs advice. But I got a couple of new decks recently, and I like the way that energy feels this morning, so I thought I'd pop on and do a collective reading for the month of April. So we're just going to look at the energy that's surrounding the collective, an opportunity that's coming towards the collective, and a challenge that you might be experiencing now or very in the near future. Pardon me, I don't normally, when I do readings, I don't normally wake right up and do them like this. So you still get the bedhead, and my throat's not fully cleared yet for the day. But let's start with an animal oracle for the collective, please. Oh, interesting. When I pulled this deck out this morning, I was flipping through looking at it. This is the one that caught my eye this morning. You have Orca Whale. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. Isn't that a beautiful card? So, I've already pre-shuffled everything. I'll go ahead and give a quick shuffle on camera anyway for the collective for the month of April 2023. What is the overall energy surrounding the collective for the month of April? Oh, beautiful. We have the Star. Isn't that so lovely? I'm in love with this deck. I really am. This is Aquarian energy. This is an energy of healing, of achieving some sort of wish fulfillment, something that you've been longing for a while now. I see you really putting in the effort towards something that you've been trying to actualize. We have at the bottom of the deck Judgment, with the Four of Wands under that, and the Ace of Swords just under that as well. So I do feel like there are some realizations going on right now, especially as it pertains to your home and family life. There's definitely, I feel like there are some truths being spoken, or need to be spoken, are about to be spoken. Some sort of a communication might seem kind of harsh, but it's necessary, whatever this is. And I do see the outcome of this as being something very healing and, beautiful and wonderful. So if it is something harsh that is spoken, know that it is for everybody's best and highest good, and that it probably wasn't intended to be harsh. But I do see some big realizations going on during the month of April for many of you. A lot of wake-up calls, turning points. It feels like there's, across the board with the collective, there's this energy of like really needing to get solid about what you want to do with your life moving forward. These last few years have been really taxing on a lot of people for a lot of reasons. And we are kind of coming to this pinnacle turning point of like, what are you going to do about what you can in your life yourself? I hope that made sense. What's an opportunity coming towards the collective during the month of April? That Ace of Swords wanting to fly out. Yeah, there's going to be a chance to speak your truth about something. Or perhaps you might be dealing with somebody who you've been waiting for them to tell you something. This could be in regards to a job, an opportunity in career, for travel. We do have this theme of travel here with the Orca Whale and adventure. Manifest your travel dreams. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Maybe you're singing. Maybe you're a singer and you're getting the courage to finally step up and sing something that you wrote, or I don't know, might just be for one of you. And we do have at the bottom of the deck the Page of Swords. This is communication. This is often a card talking about digital communications, text messages, emails, Facebook Messenger. Um, I feel like there is, for many of you, there's some sort of a message that you've been waiting on from somebody. And again, this could be in regards to career, love, home, really anywhere, anything. But the Page of Swords is also somebody who keeps tabs on people, is keeping an eye. This could be somebody that's been watching you for some time, waiting for the right opportunity to say something. We will see when we get a little bit deeper. What is a challenge the collective might be experiencing during the month of April? Two of Swords. This is blocked communication. And blocked by choice. This is my ignorance is bliss card. If you've been waiting on, especially if you've been waiting on communication from somebody, you may have been choosing to hold back some sort of communication, or choosing to accept somebody else's lack of communication as being about something that doesn't really have anything to do with you, trying to, give the benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. This could also be that if the opportunity is for you to speak your truth, that you may really be struggling with finding the right time or the right words to be able to speak that. Very heavy air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with a heavy focus on Aquarius having the star there. And we do have at the back, on the back of the deck, the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. This is personal emotional attainment, complete emotional attainment, pretty much as happy as you can be emotionally without, having the Ten of Cups, which is two people who have reached this point coming together. So whatever it is that you are struggling to speak about, or that somebody may be struggling to speak to you about, this challenge with the Two of Swords, I feel definitely does have something to do with something that you've been hoping for, dreaming for. I'm splitting the deck. I do see the Fool and Justice and the Ace of Wands, which I am going to set here actually next to the challenge. There is something with that Fool and Justice card side by side next on this Two of Swords. I do feel like there is some sort of a new opportunity that comes from the truth and integrity and standing in your integrity, other people standing in theirs. There's some sort of a passionate new beginning here, a chance for you to take a leap of faith. But I do feel like you're struggling with finding the right words or finding the right time. But let's see, we'll get into it a little bit deeper. Oh, interesting. As I was grabbing this deck, I was looking at the back of the Animal Oracle deck and catching some of the words with this Moose spirit here. Moose, wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars. Keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. And I just thought I saw my eyes went to stars, because we have the stars, the main energy. And swords are all about our mental space, our thoughts, our mindset. So let your head, where your mind is, and your mind reach to the stars, reach towards what you've been longing for, what you've been hoping for, trying to heal within your life. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Whatever this is, whatever truth this is that needs to be spoken, whatever it is you're struggling to say or struggling to find the time, there is definitely a call here for you to trust in what your intuition knows, what that little inner voice is telling you to do. Well, let's get a little bit deeper. I'm going to try to keep this fairly short, see if I can't get through this in the next 5 minutes and keep this a nice 15-minute reading for everybody. Can I get more information on this star, please? We have the Page of Wands. with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This does feel like some inner childhood wounding that's being healed or is coming to the surface to be healed. The Queen of Pentacles is all about, really taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do, knowing how to have healthy boundaries, and how to say no to people when you aren't able to do something that they're asking of you, and not out of, malicious, I don't want to help you, just out of a simple, like, my cup's not full right now. I don't have the time to be able to do that. I'd love to help you, but I can't do that. I'm sorry. For some of you too, I'm noticing that bouquet of flowers in her hand. Somebody might be sending you flowers. I don't know. Weird message that I'm getting. But with that Page of Wands on the star, I do feel like there's something that maybe your inner child has been longing for and calling for and hoping for, that during the month of April this year, you may have a chance to fulfill that wish, or something around you may fulfill that wish that you've had. Again, I do see a lot of healing and a lot of excitement. I do see a little bit of caution. Like, I feel like you might get an offer. Like, somebody might say something to you that sounds a little, like I was saying, it might sound a little harsh. Like, look at his face. Look at this kid's face. Focus. Sorry. It's kind of hard to show. The holographic's cool, but it does make it a little hard to see the image. But you see his face, he's like, like, what? Whatever this communication is, if there's communication coming towards you, I feel like somebody might say something to you where you're like, are you serious? Like, you just said that to me? And like I said before, I don't think they meant for it to come off harsh. And so even though it might, whatever this is, it might feel or sound like, oh my God, are you serious? But at the base level of it, it's something that's going to help you as it pertains to taking care of yourself and those inner childhood wounds and those inner childhood desires, and having some, whatever this is meant to bring you healing and wish fulfillment. So if you hear something, if you've been waiting for somebody to say something, you're waiting to hear about maybe you've been waiting to get this job, maybe you applied to a job and you've been waiting to hear if you got the position, and maybe they call you and they, when you guys are talking about it, or you're doing like a follow-up interview or something, and they start out by telling you something that they didn't like about something you said or wore or did during your interview, and you're immediately like, you called me in here, or you called me to tell me this, and then they finish with offering you the job. Could be something like that. I am getting a strong job vibe off of this for whatever reason for many of you. What's the opportunity here with the Ace of Swords? We have the Page of Pentacles. This is another message offer, but an offer based off of something that has been recently learned. Again, there's some sort of a truth that's being spoken here, whether it's by you or somebody else. We have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Ten of Wands, and again here we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands and the Star. Isn't that beautiful? So I do feel whatever has been learned, there's something has been learned, which is why there is a chance to speak a truth. Enough information has come in about something that somebody's able to speak their truth and make some sort of an offer. And this comes from walking away from really heavy burdens, especially pertaining to communication. Might be that you are walking, or this person might be walking away from the fear of communicating their truth. With that Page of Swords, like, there's that messenger again. I do feel like for many of you, this is somebody else who's walking away from some type of burden, excuse me, especially as it pertains to speaking their truth. They're feeling, they've got that Ace of Wands and the Star, they're feeling passionate and driven and excited to move forward. They've been going through a lot of healing. And again, this could still be about you. You've been going through a lot of healing. But whereas this is a collective reading, and I am kind of getting the feeling that this is between you and somebody else, or you in a situation. This isn't just, the energies that are here isn't just solely on one person. So there is a little bit of mirroring going on here, because we have the Star for you and the Star for them, and we have the Ace of Wands for you and an Ace of Wands for them. But yeah, there's something has been learned. Let me see if I can get, what is it that's been learned? King of Swords. So much air. That's Aquarius energy again. And Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Whether this is you getting ready to speak your truth to somebody else because you've learned something, or somebody else having learned something, getting ready to speak to you. This is an energy with the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, called the Wheel of the Year in this deck. There has been a conquering of a lesson, a karmic lesson surrounding your mindsets. And I do feel Eight of Swords energy here. Like, you may have been stuck, or this person may have been stuck in that Eight of Swords, self-imposed imprisonment of the mind, where you want to say something to somebody, but at the same time, you're going, that sounds so stupid. You can't say that. What if this, what about, it's that kind of an energy. And this, I feel like, again, whether this is you or somebody else, there is a conquering of that. There is a conquering of the spinning of the mind and really getting clear and set and solid on what you want moving forward. You've taken in enough additional information. You've learned a lot about yourself and about this situation. You're finally ready to speak, or this person is finally ready to speak on what they're feeling, why they're feeling it, and not from an overly emotional place, but from a more of a logistical, mind over heart kind of a energy, but in a good way. A lot of the times we talk, the heart wants what it wants, and a lot of the here I am talking about, talking about gaining control over, the spinning mind, and all of a sudden I can't speak. I totally lost my train of thought on that. But either way, there's been a lot of, it's talking about mind over heart and leading from your mind. Sometimes we have to be logical about things. Sometimes when we get overly emotional, we act rash, and we make decisions and do things that from a logical place. If we were here and put together and not letting our emotions control us, we would make better decisions. And so this is more of like being clear about where your heart is at and how you feel about something, and being able to communicate that clearly without allowing your emotions to muddy things up, without allowing your emotions to give you diarrhea of the mouth and go blah, 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 like I just did, pretty much. So that's really awesome. I like seeing healing and walking away from burdens, and I just am not capable of doing short readings. I see some people manage to get messages out in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's just so not my style. As much as I try. Can you tell me more about this challenge with the Two of Swords, please? Why is the Two of Swords a challenge for the collective? These little cards are awesome. They're beautiful, but they don't pop the same way a lot of my other decks do. Two of Swords, please. Thank you. Thank you. We've got here. Oh, wasn't I just talking about this Eight of Swords? It's probably one of the most beautiful Eight of Swords I've ever seen. But so for the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords. That's that self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. I want to say this, but I can't say that. I sound so stupid. What if, you see how she's got all these swords around her, and she's standing there with a blindfold on, and she's all tied up, but nobody's keeping her there. She's keeping herself there. She's put herself there. These swords this is her own mental prison. These are all the things that she tells herself. She could very easily just walk right out of that. Even with being tied up and having the blindfold on, she could still do it. And then we also have the Five of Wands, which is about conflict, internal and external. I'm actually going to pull a card on this to be a little more specific about that. This is a little bit more of an aggressive Five of Wands than the other decks that I have. Everybody's on a dragon. This one's, looks like it's getting ready to breathe some fire at some people. Can I get a card on that Five of Wands, please? Just one. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. What went flying? King of Cups. We got that Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Can I get a card on the Five of Wands, please? Just one. I know you're new and slipping. There we go. We have the Queen of Wands as well. So I do feel like this is an internal conflict, which isn't really surprising with that Eight of Swords being there and how we talked about that. Yeah, your biggest challenge during the month of April pertains to speaking about something that you have just been going around and around and around and around in your head about for some time now. And we have, it's funny, these popped out and here they are at the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Pentacles. So we've got the King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Pentacles sitting right here. Those are both, divine counterparts, both, energetic matches. And I do feel like this is, I'm going to talk about the bottom of the deck energy for a minute. So we had the Queen of Pentacles first. Again, what was I saying about the Queen of Pentacles before? She's all about taking care of herself and making sure that she's got healthy boundaries and she's doing what she needs to and telling people no when it needs to happen and, taking care of everything. When you finally are in this space, when you get out of this Eight of Swords, self-imposed imprisonment of the mind, and you're able to speak your truth, that's something that leads you to this place of being able to take care of yourself, having this healing that we've been talking about with the star, that star on that Page of Wands, dealing with those inner childhood wounding, having a lot of healing, being able to, having a lot of healing, having some sort of a wish fulfillment from this healing. Could it possibly be that the wish fulfillment that you're seeking has to do with a loving connection? Could it be that there is somebody around you that the love is very much so there, has been for some time, but has not been grounded in the 3D? So you're taking care of yourself now. You're holding your pentacles. You're taking care of this physical life, your job, your home, your physical body, your vessel. From that, thinking about this love that you share with somebody else, somebody that you see as a very good match for you. And coming from that, now that you're taking care of yourself and you're looking at this whole situation with a much clearer mind, King of Swords. Oh, this isn't the King of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. Interesting that I read that as the King of Swords before. My apologies. This is a new deck. Even so, that actually kind of changes the message a little bit. If I'm being completely honest with you. The Knight of Swords. This is fast forward communication. This is speaking without thinking too much. Here, this is that harshness that I was feeling before. Knight of Swords just kind of says what's on his mind without thinking about how that might make whoever he's saying it to feel, or, without fully realizing how it sounds coming out. It's just in his head and he says it. So even might sound in his head like, oh, this is awesome. They've been wanting to know about this forever. But when he actually says it, it comes out feeling like, hey, fuck you, blah, 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 Even though from their first person perspective, before it came out of their mouth, it sounded good. It was something that they thought you wanted to hear. Like it was time to say this. So kind of backtracking, we'll get back to this for a second. With that Ace of Swords, that communication, there's definitely been something that has been learned that's making somebody, whether it's you or this person, feel like they are ready to charge forward and speak their truth. It might sound a little bit harsh. You might be like, what? Are you serious? But look at where we're ending. Look at you. Look at how beautiful you are. Sitting on that throne, holding your pentacle. You got your rose bush above you, a beautiful dress, happy, healthy dog. I was saying somebody might be sending you flowers. I don't know what that's all about, but somebody might be sending you flowers. Somebody's sending somebody flowers. That's happening for somebody. But so now jumping back here, you're having this Two of Swords. You've been stuck in your mind. You've been having this inner conflict. But with this Queen of Wands as well, like, she don't look bothered by fucking nothing, do she? You know, she's got her cat sitting in her lap. She's got her wand with her, again, these beautiful flowers. She's got these flowers here. Another bouquet of flowers. And she's just living her best freaking life. She trusts in herself. She trusts in the universe. She knows when to speak her mind and when not to, as does the Queen of Pentacles. And with this moose wisdom, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. Let the ancestors speak through you. You know much. And the message that I got off of that was like about trusting in your intuition. Trust in that inner fire with that with that Queen of Wands. And speak your truth when it's time to speak your truth. You'll know. You'll feel it inside. You just might be struggling right now with hearing that voice. But we also have this Queen of Wands is sitting quite literally directly underneath this Page of Wands. And as much as the page in this deck is a man, well, a young boy, I do have a number of decks now, actually, where the pages are representative of girls. And so I am getting this like progression from the page to the queen. This maturing, this going from like this childish energy to this mature understanding of that inner child voice. And so I do see a new beginning stemming from a very passionate, integral. Somebody's going to speak their truth here, whether it's you or somebody else. Somebody's going to speak their truth, and there's going to be an exciting, passionate new beginning, which brings me back to the bottom of the deck. So, got this Queen of Look at you, taking care of yourself, doing the fucking things, taking care of your home and your physical vessel and your job, and like really doing the thing. And from this place, being able to look at this loving connection that you have with somebody, King and Queen of Cups right here, like that's a whole lot of love. But sometimes love isn't enough in a relationship to keep a relationship together. It's not. We have to let go of people that we love all the time because of behaviors and things not lining up. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody from a distance, but it's not enough. But now that you're in this place where you're really taking care of yourself and you're looking at this love from looking at this situation from a more logical standpoint, understanding maybe why there was some clashing, why this happened. And so from this, now we have an Ace of Pentacles, which is a tangible, physical, brand new opportunity right here in the 3D for you. And what's on the other side of this Ace of Pentacles but the King of Pentacles? Look at him right there. He's been looking at that pentacle for some time now. He's been looking at this pentacle. And I think it's getting to the point where somebody wants to, I was going to say wants to share their pentacle, but it's not, he doesn't even have to share his pentacle anymore because you've got your own. You've been doing, maybe that was a big challenge with you guys, was finances. Something about the 3D world, could have been codependent issues, somebody financially dependent on the other, physically dependent on the other in some way, and that may have caused some stress. But now here you are, you both have your own pentacle. And so we have this Ace of Pentacles underneath all of this love. And underneath all of that, we've got the Knight of Wands. This is passionately charging towards what you're called to move towards. Is that the sun sticking out that I see? No, it is the High Priestess. I'm seeing the High Priestess sticking out of the deck. This is your intuition. Trust in your intuition. Your intuition's trying to lead you and guide you right now in the right direction towards speaking your truth, this person speaking their truth, towards listening to yourself. And when you finally are in You know, we've got High Priestess, Judge, Justice, Star, Ace of Swords. You know, this is a beautiful energy of healing and truth, and of trusting in your intuition and standing in that truth, speaking that truth, and having this massive healing stemming from finally trusting in your intuition and listening to that inner voice, and, you know, really having that guidance, that internal wisdom. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. It's finally trusting that wisdom. It's trusting that voice, trusting that what you're hearing is the truth, and standing in that truth, and having this brand new passionate beginning backed with love and supported in the 3D. New opportunity right here, right now. 3113 on the recorder. What a phenomenally exciting energy. Let me see if anything else wants to come out. I'm going to go ahead and put... Actually, I'm leaving the King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Pentacles out. Yep. Like that. I'll put that Ace of Pentacles right there. Anything else for the collective? Any advice from the universe? I want one from this deck. One more, please. Advice from the universe. Yeah, okay. So we have the Chariot, major for Cancer. And we also have the Shadow side, which is the Devil in a traditional deck. But actually, I really like that this is called the Shadow side. And then we also have, again, the Knight of Swords. So there is, you're on the Chariot. The Chariot is moving forward. And if you'll see here with the Chariot, we have one white horse and we have one black horse. And I really strongly feel like, I'm going to put them like this. This black horse is like this shadow side, where this white horse is like this guy's on a white, he's on a white horse. This message is coming on a white horse. This is coming on light and integrity and divinity. I can't really hold them for you to see. But I feel like, you know, we'll always have this pull towards the shadow side, towards this Eight of Swords energy. It's just in human nature to be that way and to experience life in that kind of a way. But somebody, I kind of feel like it's both of yous, is standing in their integrity. They're getting on that white horse and they are coming running in, ready to speak their truth. The Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Two of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess again. This is beautiful. This is looking to the future and making a plan with somebody that you love very, very much, and moving passionately forward together, both coming from a place of intuition, of divine guidance. Isn't that beautiful? The universe really is just asking you not to ignore your shadow side, not to ignore the ego, not to pretend it doesn't exist, but really truly look at it. You know, we've got this guy here. Here's Death in the back, or Death, some sort of a demon. Well, I guess it's Death today because that's where my mind went. And we've got this guy here, terrified, petrified. He's got his hands on his head, and she's hidden from this figure behind this log. She's hidden very well. but she's watching him in terror. And I feel like she's like watching her own shadow self, like really watching it, like, oh my goodness, taking a good look at it, and seeing that it is nothing more than the shadow side. Trusting again in that inner voice, that intuitive voice inside, listening to that inner wisdom, allowing for the ancestors to speak through, and hopping off of that shadow, off that shadowy horse, and moving towards, that integral white horse, that divine light, the true way forward. And with somebody that you love, and somebody that loves you. Nine of Wands at the bottom of this deck. This is resiliency. This is not giving up, knowing that the uphill battle is almost over. As I say that, the new bottom of the Animal Oracle deck, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to close this out. Elk, nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. These cards go absolutely hand in hand. This is about conquering difficulties. This is getting close to the end of this, is closing out that cycle. 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is laying down those burdens, finally setting them down. You are so close to being there. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Well, I tried to make this short. I didn't do a very good job. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I hope that this message helps you move forward in some way. If it resonated with you, I'd love to hear, whether in a comment or a private message. I always love to hear how things resonate with people. Thank you for enjoying these new decks with me. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful morning, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.